powerfully with the rest of this world, this Amavasya. Tonight, O Bhagwan, O Narayan, you have a vital part and a vital role, being the very base, known as the tortoise or the turtle, as we would say, that allowed the Samudra Manthan, or the mountain that churned the ocean, to bring this very divine gifted mother, known as Lakshmi, to us. And Narayan, we thank you. Why? Because Lakshmi came to this world in a time where good and bad were on a spectrum, Sur and Asur. Sur and Asur were on a spectrum, trying to balance things but gain individually for themselves. The Sur, of course, gaining individually for themselves, something they can share with the world. But the Asur, gaining just physical wealth, physical and materialistic properties. They were in it for a different purpose. Mahalakshmi came into this world to shed light in this world. Mahalakshmi came from the churning of that ocean, the churning of that very divine Samudra Manthan with Vasuki, the snake that's wrapped around the neck of Bhagwan Shiva. She came as a light to remove the ignorance that the Asur were portraying to all the children of this world. You see, when we light the Diya and Deepavali, one part of it. See, Vasuki was the rope that churned the ocean, even though he's a snake. The mind, it goes back and forth, isn't it? The mind goes back and forth, isn't it? The Samudra Manthan is the mind here. And Vasuki being the rope, we have our good qualities and our bad qualities. We call them the Sur and the Asur. Some people will say that Sur means Devatas and Asur means demons. No. Sur means the pure and the Asur means that in which is impure. Mind has this, isn't it? And there are times in our life where the Sur and the Asur will grab the Vasuki and cause a rift in our mind as it starts to churn. Now, what comes out of that churning, my dear brothers and sisters, are in your hands. Lakshmi came out of that churning. Sweet things came out of that churning. The nectar of immortality came out of that churning. But greed was there. And poison came out of that same churning, isn't it? You see, sometimes our mind may give us false hopes and negative thoughts that will make us churn with that Vasuki. And when we don't know, when enough is enough, we start to create our own destruction. We start to burn our own well. Lakshmi Devi is the light that came previous to that poison to always shed that knowledge and make us aware, never to have the Sur and the Asur of the mind churn and churn and churn to bring poison to burn and destroy this beautiful quality and blessing known as life. And that Vasuki wraps around the neck of Lord Shiva. Why? Because Lord Shiva is known to be the controller, the peace, and most of all, the sustenance of mind. You never see Lord Shiva ever change, eh? Never. Lord Shiva will sit in meditation, and no matter what is going on around him, he'll never change. The mind should never change for nothing or no one. That rope, no matter how much the Asur and Asur may churn it, Lakshmi should be the intelligence, and the mind should be at peace. The mind should be at peace. Because if the mind is not at peace, you ever been on a boat? Me and Uncle Sam are talking about boats today. You ever been on a boat in rough seas? What happens to the boat? Rocks from side to side, isn't it? When the mind is being churned and there's no peace, we are like on a boat, my dear brothers and sisters, shaking from side to side. We lose our footing of life. With that being said, we clasp our hands, close our eyes, sit upright, as we bow in reverence to the feet of no other than Bhagwan Narayan and Bhagavati Maya, Shri Lakshmi Devi. Sriman Mahaganadipatay Namaha Sri Guru Charanakam Namaha Aing Saraswati Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha Om Namah Shivaya. Gayatri Mantra, as we end the Gayatri Mandir this evening. Om Bhura Bhuvasva, everyone in one voice. Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhura Bhuvasva Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhura Bhuvasva Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayat. O Ma, tonight we sit in your mandir. O Mother of the universe and universal knowledge, we will become aware of our nature and who we are. Tonight, with the words of our scriptures and our suttam, implement nothing more than fuel for the light of who we are. May we represent the row of lights as we walk together as a community, as brothers and sisters in this world. For if one light may be failing in somehow, some way, lacking whether the ghee, the wick may be shortened, the ghee itself, the vessel may have its flaws. Tonight, O Ma Devi, give us the strength to unite and help in whatever way to allow that deer to restore its dignity in presenting the light to you. Tonight, O Ma Gayatri, O Mother of the Universe, O Universal Mother of Knowledge, Tat Savitur Varenyam, let the light in us be the realization of how great Deepavali and our relationship to Deepavali is. And may that realization not only last today, but last every second, every moment after today. Because Deepavali is every day. Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Bhukti Pradhayani Mantra Mati Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Sansida Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Two lines of the Shri Suktam tonight. Anyone that may have trials and tribulations in their life, the Shri Suktam comes from the Rig Veda. And the Shri Suktam, my dear brothers and sisters, is said one listen to, one heard, whatever the negative energy, whatever the ailments, whatever the trials, whatever the tribulations, whatever the prarabdha, now the agami, that to come, may hold fast because of the sonship, the past. Listening to the Suktam and closing your eyes, seeing Lakshmi Devi where the third eye is, that Suktam and the listening or the hearing of that Suktam will help remove it, remove the impacts of the negative. Tonight, as you all sit upright, just for a few moments, close your eyes, place your hands, clasp them, and bring them to your heart. Ma Devi Lakshmi is a mother of great compassion and love. In all her kathas, she only cared for the well-being of her children, no matter how her children may have turned their back on her. Ma Lakshmi tonight is with us, the two lines of the Shri Suktam. Ma Devi, whatever we may face as individual, as husband and wife, as parents to child, as child to parents, as legacy that is left behind, as community, as brother and sister, as family in this world, Ma. The agami, that to come, please forgive us, O Ma. The sins of the future are removed. And brought up that now to the singing of this mantra of the Rig Veda, that's so sweet and that's so divine, may it liberate, may it change the nature and the course of nature that we'll have to experience. We pray. We pray for those that have lost loved ones. We pray for those that cannot see their loved ones. We pray for those that are alone in this world. We pray for those that are heartbroken. We pray for those that are in depression. We pray for those that have peace of mind. We pray for the well. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha Hiranya Varnam Harinim Suvarna Jatarascham Chandra Hiranam Yim Lakshmin Jatu Veduma Avaha Tangma Avaha Jata Vedo Lakshmi Manapagamin Yasyam Hiranyam Yavandheyam Gamasyam Purusha Namaha Om Gandhadvara Dhuladarsha Nityam Pushta Karishami Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Tamuham Paveshyam Hari Om Shri Maha Lakshmi Namaha Om Ashta Lakshmi Namaha Om Dhana Lakshmi Namaha Om Virya Lakshmi Namaha Om Santana Lakshmi Namaha Om Shri Mahasratana Lakshmi Namaha Om Shri Maha Gaja Lakshmi Namaha Om Shantakaram Bhujakshainam Padmanabhyam Suresham Vishwadaram Dhagan Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamallainam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhauvayaharanam Sarvalokai Karartanam Prem Sivalo Mahanarayana Bhagavani Ki Lakshmi Mata Ki Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu everyone Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Prince of Mahalakshmi Mata Ki Jai. So tonight, my dear brothers and sisters, by popular demand, I was asked to read Ramcharitamanas once again. But in the little time that we have, I will incorporate the lines of the Sri Suktam, some information on Devi Lakshmi directly from Rigveda, in collaboration with our Ramcharitamanas ever so popular Katha of Bhagwan and Bhagavati Maya, returning to no other than the city of who said Lanka? Jai Bhagwan. Returning to the city of Ayodhya. You see, it took 20 days for Sri Ram, Lakshman and Sita Devi with Pawanputra Hanuman and the entire Vanar army, Nal, Neel, to find their way back to the city of Ayodhya. And there's a reason why it fell on Deepavali Day. There's a reason why it fell on Diwali Day. Many of you remember the state and the condition of Ayodhya, right? Who was in charge of Ayodhya when Sri Ram was in exile? Bharat, very good. Bharat. First question you answered since I come to Minnesota. It was back in 2014. Let's give you an extra bag per set if you're thinking either. Bharat was in charge of Ayodhya. Raja Dashrath was no longer there. Satrahan was, of course, there. Shruti Kriti was there. The wife of Lakshman was there. And of course, the three queens, Kaikeyi, Sumitra, and Kaushalya Mahadevi was there. They were all there, including Sumant. But they were living in a state, even though that was the Ayodhya that Sri Ram was born in, they were living in a state of darkness. And you know why? Not because Kaikeyi Devi sent Sri Ram to exile, but they were sitting in darkness because they refused to see Ayodhya with Bhagwan Sri Ram, or to see Ayodhya with that of God in it, because Bhagwan Sri Ram, Maryada Purushottam, and Sita Devi was no longer physically there. Now, how many times in life do you and I refuse to see a place to see a person without God. When a person passes in our life and they lay there, we scream and we cry, don't we? Because we refuse to accept the fact that that person laying there no longer has the Atma within them that we worshipped, that we loved, that we had a relationship with. We refuse to see that person as no longer being God in this world, and rather, we refuse to see that person leave our life. Ayodhya was in a state of what we call, someone said this the other night, last night, the living dead. Ayodhya was in a state where people lived, but they lived as if someone died. They lived as if God actually died. They lived as if Shri Ram no longer existed. They lived as if Sita Devi was no longer there. They lived in total darkness and they lived in total chaos. Now, that thinking today exists in the world, isn't it? Does that thinking exist in the world? Uncle Jai, you agree with me? Navin, you agree with me? Don't agree with me because you have one question right. Shivani, do you agree with me? Michael, thank you for coming. Do you agree with me? How does that thinking exist in the world? When we come to places that are holy, and Bhagwan ka naam is being chanted, or then Gana Gaye, the bhajan of Bhagwan is being sang, and our mind is thinking in a negative manner towards someone, something, the organization, the Pandit, the words that are being said, or the situation at hand, we are living as if we are in Ayodhya. There's a reason why Sri Ram, Narayan, Narayan knew his legacy, right? Like I told you in the beginning of Puja, when we recite Sankalp, Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu Nama, we are reminding ourselves that this conversation took place with God and we know what will come in our life. We'll know the situations of our life. We'll know the future of our life while we're in the womb of our mother. The bhajan says, Hari Ho Rama Milan Kab Hoi Andis Vala Gire. First line of that song. God had a conversation with us. God had a conversation with you and I. And God told us what life would have. God told you how many children you would have. God told you when you'll lose your parents. God told you who you'll marry. God told you your downfalls. God told you the karma you'll reap. God told you what you'll go through. And God told you not to do this, so that way you don't experience this. But Bhaya and Bhavi, you see, when we're born in this world, and our eyes open, Mama and Papa there, what do we teach our children? Son, go to school and get an education. Daughter, go to school. Don't depend on no man, Son, become somebody great. Change the world. But change cannot take place if it's not within. Change cannot take place if it's not within. My dear brothers and sisters, Narayan knew that he will come back on Dewali Day. Shri Ram Maryada Purushottam knew that he'll come back. And he knew Ayodhya would take this turn. And he knew that he'd be criticized that Ayodhya would take this turn. And he knew he'd be criticized that Janak ke Putri, the daughter of Janak, Maharaj, Sita Devi, would be living in the forest with him and living away from him. But you know what? Shri Ram took it. Shri Ram succeeded against the war of Ravan. And he prepared himself to walk back to Ayodhya, to walk back to an Ayodhya that was in darkness. But to remind Ayodhya that darkness only existed because of the way he viewed Ayodhya. Those of you that remember when Sri Ram left, what was the thing that he did when everyone fell asleep at the gates of Ayodhya? And he woken with Lakshman and Sita Devi Ma because he didn't want to trouble them. What did he do? He took the earth of Ayodhya and he said, Ma, Dharti, I'm worshipping you now. I was born on you. I was physically here that presented myself as a body. The body was born. You cared for me. You nourished me. You nourished my parents. You nourished my siblings. You nourished their pati. You'll nourish our future. Ma Devi, I carry you. I carry you with me. And no matter what goes wrong while I'm gone, Ma, I will energize you to be the light. Even if the world doesn't want to see you and the city doesn't want to see God in you, I'll still see God in you. First message tonight for Deepavali. Deepavali, first message. You can light 1,000 diyas, my dear brothers and sisters. You can have a house on fire next to you. But you see, if you don't want to see God and if you don't want to see brightly in this world, Bhaiya and Bahanji, tonight, Diwali will never exist for you. The city of Ayodhya, they lit all these diyas praying for Bhagwan Shri Ram. Raghunath ka aayenge, Bhagwan Shri Ram is coming. But the city was still dark. The gates of Ayodhya had cities, rows of deepas were lit, homes were lit, the doorways of homes were lit, the kingdom was lit. Bharat lit diyas, everybody lit diyas on this Deepavali day. But the kingdom was still dark because Ram, Lakshman and Sita did not return. So how can it be Deepavali? What does the diya do for that person? Now the darkness I speak of, in Sanskrit there's a word called Saucha. You know what Saucha means? Sauch means cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to? Cleanliness is next to? Why do we say that? Why do you say that, dear? What is it? Amma? What is it, Shivani?
Amar said it best.
What? Say it. Say it, Amar.
I don't want God coming in my dirty house. So.
I don't want God coming in my dirty house. Do you know that at the front door where you have, there's something called Vastu? What is Vastu? The God that sits there. Forget waiting for God to come in, God sits there. Your bed where you sleep, God is there, as mentioned it earlier. The water that you drink, God is there. The food that you eat, and the fire that cooks the food. I don't know if you all know of this. You all ever outsheet a pot when you're cooking dal or when you're cooking rice and put some tree time around the pot. Some people do 5, some people do 7, some people do 108, but I don't know how they handle it. But they go around the pot and they put the grains right by the fire. Ever see that? Why do you do that? Somebody said, oh Bhagwan, I hope this food sweet tonight. You're offering to Agni as the deity, the fire that will cook your food. Cleanliness is not for God to come into your home because God is there. Cleanliness is for God to reside peacefully in your home. You ever ask people cook for years and all of a sudden one little diya burn their house down? People light diya for years and one little diya burn their house down. People cook for years and one little bread catch fire and burn their kitchen. People, they drink water and they bathe for years in that house and all of a sudden one pipe bursts and flood that whole house. People live in that house for years and you know what happened? One wind come and blow and take the house down. And the big bag goes. But you ever ask why? It's not you're waiting for God to come, but God is in your home. My dear friends, cleanliness is next to godliness. When you appease your home, when you appease the Vastu, Grahas are cut, those deities are peaceful, those deities are happy, and you're never short of anything. Now, that's one form of cleanliness. Amara, if your house is clean, God will come, or God is there, God will be happy. You can have the most spotless house, but you see if you're not clean internally by you. Think God will be peaceful? If you are not internally clean, you think God will be there? And you think God will be peaceful rather? That's why when you do puja, I was talking to Nathan the other day, I was explaining to him, why do you put the devotees, why do they put the tree mothers tonight to stand and put flowers in their hand and tell them to clasp their hands? Why? Why, Uncle Sam? Why do we stand before we sit and do puja? Why do we stand, Sahib? Because the Pandit tell us to do so. Because of what? To honor the earth. So you stand to honor the earth. Okay. Good time. Ray, why you stand last night, Bhaiya? You better answer this because I explained to you why.
Ask permission.
Ask permission. Now then, why you stand? I know you know the answer.
I'm afraid. Ask permission.
When you stand and the Pandit puts the flowers in your hand, whether you're home at Mandir, apavitra pavitra va sarvavastam gratupavit means the purified. Bhagwan purified me if I came here with a negative intent before I start my puja. Purified Bedi, the preparations of this puja to make sure they're pure for you. Purify everything around, that nobody put a bad eye or bad mouth in creating this puja. Purify that nobody mashed their nose. And purify that nothing is there that's ignorant or of impurity. Prithvi tvaya tirtaloka devetang vishnunagrata tvang shadar maham deving pavitrang kuruchasanam. Bhagwan, when I take my seat, my seat is pure. So I am pure, the asana is pure, the bed is pure. So when these things are pure, internally, externally, physically, my dear brothers and sisters, God will give you a blessing. Deepavali is there. You see, Ayodhya didn't have this. Ayodhya didn't have this. Because no matter what standard the Ragukul Reed had for the city of Ayodhya, it was still in darkness. Katha tonight is using this Shalpai. Shri Ram, my dear brothers and sisters, with Lakshman, Sita, they all tonight have passed down the city of Nishad Raj. You know, Nishad Raj is the first city that Bhagwan Shri Ram visited. And they're now passing that city and they're approaching the gateways of Ayodhya. They're seeing light, but they're seeing physical light. And you know when you see something but you feel something different? Bhaiya? That can't be explained, right? You ever see something that's nice but feel different about it? You ever see something and feel something different? Friends, Ram, Lakshman and Sita, they saw the lights of the city. And feeling joyous, they felt something different now. Ramayana Katha begins. भगवान श्री राम is coming. श्री रघुनाथ जी उनके के आदिका का प्रभु का देखकर कसबी के बिनमान का बिनती लिए और तथ्य जे मन ही मन की ब्रह्मा के चरण से शरीर नवर्क रखा उन देशे की और विमान कर जरी. Coming up to the city of Ayodhya, Bhagwan Shri Ram, my dear brothers and sisters, tonight what do they see? They see a city that's lit, but what they feel sadness. And the reason why they felt sadness is because what the legacy that the Raghukul lineage set for years upon years upon years. For 14 years that legacy was being tarnished. For the king of a city is to make sure his devotees, his citizens are happy. And for Bharat, no matter what he did, he could have put anything in that city. But the citizens, they were quite unpleased. They were displeased. So Bhagwan Shri Ram and Sita Devi walking up now, there's a word called Abhiman. You heard of Abhiman? What does Abhiman mean? Is Abhiman in today's day and age? Don't answer that one, Bhaiya. One person said, Pandit, every way you're going to say Abhiman, I said, Bhaiya, whatever prescription you wearing, change it. Some people wear prescriptions. When they put their glasses on, they see to read. Some people, when they put their glasses on, they see to drive. Some people, when they put their glasses on, they see to do things. The spectacles of life, what we put on, we choose those spectacles. I can put the glasses on tonight and choose to ridicule you. That's the glasses. I can put the glasses on and choose to be grateful for having this opportunity. I can put the glasses on and only see God in everybody. Or I can put the glasses on and see every problem right now that's happening. Abhiman is pride. Well, Abhiman means with pride. Abhiman, the word Bhiman, my dear brothers and sisters, means the humility within a person. Shri Raghunath Ji, he's approaching the city. Standing there is the Guru. What was the name of the Guru? Vashish, very good. Was that your dad or was that Uncle John? Was your dad? Oh, your mom, auntie? God bless you. Guru Vashish is there. Kaushalya, Ekahi, and Sumindra. Sumant, who was nothing more than the head of the ministry of the Raghukul, they were there. Bharat Satruhan and their Dharmpatni. The Dharmpatni of Lakshman was there. And Shri Ram, walking to a place that's physically bright, he decides with humility now to change the outcome of that place. Ramdev Chaitya sang a beautiful song. My son loves this song. Last month, Vidula. What does he say? Garangana upas jano Prabhu Ram avad puriyayo. One end was seeing darkness under Shri Ram, the other end Shri Ram was coming down. Prabhu Ram avad puriyayo. The Lord was coming. Ayayi, aaj Diwali, and there was Diwali for the queens, the mother of Shri Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Satrughna. Those three mothers, those three queens, those three widows, they were seeing the light, Sita coming back, but Sita was seeing the darkness. Prabhu Ram avad puriyayo. Gal aangan upas jano Prabhu Ram avad puriyayo. Aaj Diwali, Prabhu Ram avad puriyayo. Shri Ram made it to the gate and before the bowing to everybody, naturally the bowing to the rule for us, right? But when he took the same place that I said, Mom, I'm returning back. I'm returning back home, Mom. He said, the right way to the front. Maharji, forgive me for failing the citizens of this state. Forgive me for allowing the Raghukul lions to fall. Forgive me for seeing a place so extremely bright and extremely dark. Mom, forgive me now. Then he went to the Guru. she had failed. Raghukularito to the Achali Ayi Pran and Jai Baru Bachi Jai. The village was never committed. Dark. You said Shri Ram, my son, you failed. But Prabhu, wherever you go, it's right. Wherever people don't want to see you, it will be dark. Son, you are always there. Everybody will see to see you. Mata Koshilya, Duka Sajai, Anumatra Sanghamya. Mata Koshilya, Duka Sajai, Anumatra Sanghamya. You okay? You went to his mother. And you can see the mother for 14 years. No, it doesn't have to be silent. You have text messages out for this. Ram, when he took his knees, Shri Ram, he bowed. First fill of life is being restored. Mom, bless me, welcome me back. You see, Diwali cannot exist with you and your mother and you and your lover and you and your luxury life and our relationship. That real luxury of your life, you don't have a relationship with that. Actually walks away like, you want to come back here again to your life. It would be like a India, without garments and that. He took a diya and started reading it to his mother. Mata Koshilya, Duka Sajai, Anumatra Sanghamyai. Sita Ji, Hanuman ne Sita Ji ko Prabhu Sandesh He started waving to his mother and bowing to her feet. You know what Kaushalya Ma did? Kaushalya Ma lifted him and hugged him. Ram, whatever the darkness was in the city, the first part of it is being lifted now. The first part of it is being lifted. Ram, Ayodhya started writing. Because the past is now being forgiven. You know, there's 3 divisions of life. We call it Sanchit, we call it Prarabdha, and we call it Agami. Sanchit means past. You all believe that you can be forgiven for what you've done in the past, yes or no? Can you be forgiven for your past sins, yes or no? Uncle, can you be forgiven for your past sins?
Yeah.
Can you be forgiven for your past sins? Can you be forgiven for your past sins? How many of you think you can't? Raise your hand. You see, next year when you bring me, don't bring these people. Because they must have done something real bad that they can't be forgiven. You all see that lingam out there? There's a line on the Officiating. Sanchit Papa Vinashak Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivaling. Sanchit means past. Pap means when you offer Abhishekam to the feet of Bhagavan Shiva in the form of the lingam. Sanchit Papa Vinashak Lingam. Oh Lord Shiva, by offering this to you, you take away any past sins. Tonight, Kaushalya Ma represents Sanchit. Whatever Ram defiled as a king, and the duty that Shri Ram was given by his father as a king, as Rajdharm, and he couldn't do because of Kekehi, to like bow to Kaushalya, dignity, my dear friends, to Ayodhya, and the Diwali, the celebration of Deepavali, and the brightness is being restored. Friends, if you cannot be forgiven for your past sins, like that, that means nothing. And if you can't forgive those around you for their sins, why you can't be forgiven. Forgiveness is not, I'm sorry, but I won't change. And forgiveness is not, is alright, but you see you, I'll never forget you. That's not forgiveness. He went to the next Devi, the next mother. And as he went to the next mother tonight, he took the diya and he artied her. Her name was Sumindra. माता पुत्र से प्यार किया है जितना ओ माँ कौन करेगा. Now Shri Ram, tears are running from his eyes. Mom, please forgive me for not being able to do my duty. You know, a mother can only give forgiveness to a father when he's not there. And a father can only give forgiveness when a mother's not there in this world. Mom, forgive me. My father made me king and I want to get his word because of truth. She represents pride of them now. You can't do wrong now and expect forgiveness now you can't do wrong now and expect blessing now without forgiveness. Remember what I said last night, Ray? When you have a problem with somebody, what do? Don't go to the other people to try to solve that problem. If you have the problem now, go back to the problem and fix it now. Sumindra Mahadevi, please forgive me. Forgive me for not being here, for not being now. She raised her hands and she hugged Shri Ram and Sita Lakshman. My son, you're forgiven. Ayushman Bhava Saubhagya Sukhi. May you be the wealthiest and the brightest of all. Son, you're forgiven. You didn't do anything wrong. Second now part for you just being restored with Deepavali. But the last one, my dear friends, the last one is one of the most beautiful. माता पुत्र से प्यार किया है जितना ओ माँ कौन करेगा तेरा ओ माँ. What was the name of the last queen? What was the name of the last queen? Kikayi, right? What did Kikayi do? What did Kikayi do? She made that request that Dashrath, you owe me a boon here. And that boon I wanted to go. What is that boon? Now, I want to turn around and put it on. Simple clothing of a yogi, clothing of austerity, the Chandra Shri Ram. Shri Ram, Sakti Mahima. You know what? This is what you and I. Yeah, Nami, if I release send you away from your family, you see how everyone will be there. Jesus Christ. See what you see is what you think. What you think is what you become, isn't it? Shri Ram, fine like a baby. Okay, he looks at Shri Ram. No worry. I never meant to hurt you. But now me, 9 months me, Kaushalya, and Sundra, is starting to grow this kingdom. Udharmiraka will protect my son, and never meant to send you harm again. Today was the coming of Devi. Devi is saying, son, forgive me, Amje Maan Jiya Shri Ram. Putra, please mujhe maaf kijiye. Son ki lagegi chaat roz son ki lagegi chaat roz his head went. Mom, you did nothing wrong. This well tonight, I want you to hear why Ram came back and Ram to forgive it. He said, hey Mom, this world was in trouble. So people's lives were being stolen away by the Ram, such as mice and that was being stolen. And they didn't know how to redeem it. Mom, said to the feet, this is what we call the Agami, that will come. You know, are you just lining up now? You tell them, you're not telling me. Mom, why are you telling me? There were people that were in this world that prayed to God, but never felt God, didn't know God. There were people like Shabri that were chanting, offering flowers, being insulted by the Pandits and being so wrong by the Pandits of this world. Sounds like Kali, and they were losing faith. There were people like Subi whose family would separate them because of power and possession. There and kick them in the chest. There were people, my dear brothers and sisters, like Ravan, who thought they were greater than God and they could take control of even the whole of God. Say, Imam, what you did for me? You made me go show face to the world. And for million of all, this is my duty. This is my destiny. For 9 months you protected me, Imam. For the entire lifetime now, protecting the world. Friends, are we like these dias? Are we really, really standing to the Ravan and Pandit? Are we the Shabris? Jute Pal, Shabri Ke Kai, offering fruits to God, wondering if God will ever come? Are being told nonsense by pundits of the world today? This is only happening in the US, it happens in Guyana, Trinidad, India, all over the world. Are you being fooled? Are you and your family members going through wrong things? Friends, you cannot have a dirty mind and worship God. And you want to say this last night, but you can't have a dirty mind and bad action in your hands. Let's see what one. नहीं दे दिया तुझे काम नहीं हुआ बस तुम मैं एक my hands and my heart is off. Friends, dirty minds don't go clean and go back dirty. And clean minds never associate themselves with dirty. Take it, Imam. What you've done for me and what you've done for this world, Mom, let me see forgiveness. Let this entire universe see forgiveness of the grudge they held against you, Umar, that was the darkest place. Shri Ram, he embraced the Imam Ram and hugged him. The friends of Yulia lit up their ceremony and extended. The entire Yulia started crying. For Ram was in. For Ram was in. For Ram was in. Prabhu Rama Ayodhya mein aaye, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile. Festivities started then, dances started then. Diwali now was being celebrated. Tonight, I want to apologize for running over my time. But when we turn to the Suktam and we understand what Diwali is not only just lighting these diyas, but it's forgiving, forgetting, coming together, abandoning bad qualities, abandoning hate, having saucha. Saucha means what? Cleanliness. Cleanliness how, Amar? How do we have cleanliness, Amar? In your home? Or where else? In the mind. The spectacles that we wear to look at God, that is Diwali. The way that we treat people, that is Diwali. The way that we do things, that is Diwali. The way that we receive things, that is Diwali. The intent behind things is Diwali. You see, when Ram, Sita Devi and Lakshman bowed to Kikeyi, and they asked for forgiveness instead of forgiving Kikeyi Devi, my dear friends, the entire Ayodhya realized that this was life. And if they hold that grudge, if they hold that anger, they'll never live in rightness. Tonight I wish this community, and I wish this mandir, and I wish everyone listening, that you let go of whatever is blocking you in the mind, whatever grudges you may have, whatever hurt you may be going through. And that may you allow this, may you ask for forgiveness for the situation that you may be in, so you can celebrate Diwali the way you should. And your light, when it's beautifully there, and it's seen and it's bedecked, the Spartic, the seed that is of great beauty, that when you touch the lives of others, you can open up their Ayodhya and open up their gates and open up their family to experience what Shri Ram has experienced. Friends, Diwali is much more than just a light and a diya. Tonight, as I conclude, we have 2 days of Diwali left. And I ask you all that may you continue to observe fast. You know what I've noticed in the communities these days? That people think the day of puja is the day you should fast. And I want to say this before I conclude. Give me 2 minutes to say this, please. They think that the day before the puja is fast. Anyone ever heard the olden Pandits read? How many days you must fast? Kya baat, give her a round of applause. 21 days of fast. Satyanarayana Katha. But fasting is not only just refraining from the foods and the liquids. It's refraining from the companionships of things that are negative. It's refraining from bad thoughts. It's refraining from bad words. Fasting immediately begins from the time you start buying things and bringing it in your home. You know what? People think that when you clean your home and you leave your refrigerator with the things that are impure, that just your home is ready for God. You see what he said? When you have a clean home, God ready to come in? You know when you do puja or you perform puja, you welcome Pandits to come to do puja in your home. And if you don't clean that home from top to bottom, if you don't remove the things that are impure from your fridge, from your pantry, from your home, you know the vastus of the house will not give you that blessing to have that puja successful. And another thing, you see when you're invited to somebody's home, when you're invited to somebody's home, the invitee was God. When the Pandit finishes, he tells you, stand up and hold your prasadam. Sab Panch Ke Ram Ram, you will say, Jai Sitaram, right? What did he say? Within the Panch Devata of that property, wherever God has been invited, wherever I see God, I bow and I give my pranam. When people go to people's homes and they mash their nose and cry, I will talk blunt tonight. Man, it takes long. This man really stupidness. Why he doing so much flag? Look at the size of the bamboo. Watch why he did it. Watch he get the stairs. He get the car. You're committing sin on your part. And the person that invites you, they don't treat you lovingly and kindly. And they don't see that God as they invited you as into their home. They commit sin. You see, we don't just cook food to feed people because we want to feed. We cook food and we bless that food because every person that crosses that doorstep, in our eyes on the day of puja, because our mind is so pure, is Bhagwan or Bhagwati. And when we offer that food, all days you just wash hands, you just pass plate. Every person just take one curry and go around, or one dish and go around. And when they're done and that person finished eating, they go back and they wash that hand that showed up. And they wipe the hands of those individuals. And you know what they do then at the end? When everybody's satisfied, then they go and sit down and eat. Today, if you tell somebody there was somebody and you say bathroom is there, soap is there, towel is there. It's not about them washing their hand. These are all things that are considered Deepavali in our life. Because a chain reaction of lights are created. A chain reaction of lights are worshipped. A chain reaction of lights are there that are continuously being fueled by selfless seva. Whenever you do anything, do it to the best. You see, when people die, or when the body is casted, last point. You know, I had a situation where I asked, I said, who fasted? They said, how long you can fast? I said, from the time you hear the person pass, you should fast. They said, well, Baba, nobody fasts from that day. I said, okay, 5 days. They said, nobody fasts 5 days. So we 3 days. Baba, how did things change, man? I said, I'm trying to maximize somebody that didn't eat something at least 3 days minimum. Because everything you put in your body, 72 hours for it to come out there. And 72 hours for the toxicity of it to be released from the body. Baba, how are you changing this thing? You know what you're talking? You sure you know what you're saying, man? How come we can't just fast this morning? When you love somebody and you like this well, don't wait for the morning to fast to carry their casket into their shroud. Practice it now. Because the light of their legacy will be carrying their casket. You see, Diwali, it's lights passed on, it's torch passed on. Navin has a torch passed on from his grandparents. I have a torch passed on from my father. Uncle Jai, your father living, you have a torch passed on from your father. Mark has a torch passed on from his Aja and Aji and Nana and Nani. We all have torches passed on. But if we can't carry that torch and keep that fire lighting, friends, you think we're really celebrating Diwali once a year? Never, because we're never prepared to celebrate it. Tonight as I conclude, I pray that this message opens the gates to your mind. And wherever there's darkness, may it light up just as a Yuya lit up upon the bowing of the 3 mothers of Shri Ram Darbar. Prem se Bol Mahalakshmi Mata ki, Uma Mahadev ki, Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki, Sanatan Dharma ki, Lakshmi Mata ki. Tonight I want to ask you one thing. Please put your hands together for my my Tabdawala, my brother. I extend a sincere gratitude to him. He's a person of life's perfection. And I appreciate his support in these ventures because he's left his family behind. He's left the celebration of Diwali behind to be here with us. Mark, thank you, my brother. To my family, they're on live stream, thank you. To my son, I miss you so much, but thank you for blessing me to be here. To the group that has brought me, please give them a round of applause. Thank you. The sponsors, Lane's family, thank you. To all of you, thank you. To my Minnesota parents, thank you. And Minnesota family musicians, thank you. To the members of this mandir, thank you for always welcoming me with open arms. Happy Diwali, God's blessings. And let me tell you something tonight. I see the light in every one of you. Don't see yourself any different. Prem se bolo Lakshmi Mata ki jai. Om Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Lakshmi Mata, Tvameva Mata, everyone. Chapita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhuscha, Tvameva Vidya Dravyam, Tvameva Sarvam. Together we recite. Siddhi Buddhi Pradhini Mukti Mukti Pradhani Mantra-murti Sadha-devi Mahalakshmi Namaste Mantra-hinam Kriyahinam Bhakta-hinam Janardanam Yapujatam Maya Paripurnam. As you place our foreheads upon Mother Earth, Lakshmi Devi, without reincarnation. Ma Devi, just as Shri Ram placed his forehead on the feet of his mothers, tonight we place our forehead on the feet of you. Remove the darkness from our city, our life. Let us internally as well as externally be bright. Ma Devi, let us be cured, let us be guided, let us be loved, let us have compassion, let us have mercy, let us have truth, let us have the absolute blessing of you, Ma Devi. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. प्रेम जोर आज शक्ति लक्ष्मी महादेवी की, अष्ट लक्ष्मी माता की, नारायण भगवान की, राजा रामचंद्र की, सीता रामचंद्र की, सनातन धर्म की, गायत्री मंदिर की, हर हर पार्वती पते, ओम हर 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 महादेव।